What's up, guys? Welcome back to FishOfHex. This is Travis here. Today we're going to be talking about the frag swap I went to last weekend. Now, I wanted to get this video out a few days ago, but I've just been sick as a dog for the last week or so, pretty much since Sunday. And a quick rundown on probably why that is. I work for another company on Saturday night, so I was up all day with the frag swap, and then I worked an entire night shift, and then was up all day Sunday, pretty much no sleep straight through. And then I had a few hours of sleep, and then left Tuesday around 3 a.m. to drive to Ohio. To go ahead and pick up my sump for the 300-gallon build. So those few days without sleep or very minimal sleep on top of my son being sick just led to me coming down with some nasty stuff. So I'm just kind of coming out of it now, and hopefully I can catch up on some of this content. Now, either way, this video, we're just going to look at some pictures and some small video clips of the frag swap at that fish place in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And just shout out to everybody who came out and saw me from the channel. I really do appreciate it and all the support. I sold a ton of coral, which was great. I finally updated the website, and that website sale will be ending tomorrow. So if you are interested, go ahead and check that out. The links will be in the description below. And yeah, so I pretty much updated the website, and I sold a ton of stuff and pretty much bought everything I needed for the 300-gallon build, for the exception of the 4 radions. Now, the frag swap went very, very well. There were a ton of people there. It seemed like a lot more people than usual. It might just be because I've only been to a few of these swaps, but I had a great spot. I got there I was probably one of the first people to actually set up the tank, get water in it. And I contribute that to actually doing things a little bit different this time. I decided to bring 5-gallon buckets of water from a water change that I did from the frag system, as well as I got those coolers that you guys saw in the previous swap video prep video, basically, that I can go ahead and put the racks in with the frags already on it, so that minimized the stress. And basically it was just pretty much take some 5-gallon buckets of water, put it in the tank, drop the 3 frag racks, and go ahead and put lighting over it, and it was done. So it set up really, really quickly. The majority of my coral opened up almost immediately. Now, the zoas took a little bit longer, I guess maybe just because they weren't getting the flow that they needed, because I did use a smaller return pump than I usually use for that tank, so maybe that had something to do with it, who knows. But either way, a ton of coral sold, and it worked out great, so I really do appreciate all the support on that. Now, I definitely want to give a quick shout out to Scott from Roscoe's Reef for driving from New Jersey to help me set up. Now, I will put a link to his YouTube channel in the description below, so I highly recommend you go check him out and tell him FishOfHex sent you. Now, it was pretty awesome because he was there to sell coral and to pretty much allow me to walk away from the table to interact with subscribers and to meet vendors and all that kind of stuff, which was something that I really wanted to do. And I mentioned in a previous video that I had a difficult time at the last couple frag swaps because I was there to obviously sell coral, but I just felt that I couldn't give you guys enough individual attention to kind of have conversations to get to know you. But with Scott there, it was a lot easier for me to walk away from the table, and I wasn't all about selling coral. It was about having conversations, and it was just nice to have him there. So I really do appreciate it, Scott. Well, guys, that was about it for this video. I didn't have a ton of content, and I didn't have a ton of video simply because I just didn't take any. This is the issue that I've had for a while at the frag swaps. I'm probably just gonna have to hire somebody to take video and all that kind of stuff because I can't do it. I get too distracted. I guess I'm on a one-track mind thing. I can't get it done, especially when I'm talking to people. I feel weird going around taking pictures and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, if anybody wants to get hired for that, for the next frag swap, let me know, and I will have to figure it out. Either way, that's about it, guys. I do want to give you a quick update on some of the content you should be expecting within the next couple weeks. Now, the 300-gallon build is pretty much done. Now, for the exception of the lighting and the LEDs and all that kind of stuff, I do have to build the canopy, but once the retrofit kits get here within the next couple weeks, because they are basically pre-order and all that kind of stuff, I will be building the canopy around those, and we'll just have to save up for the radions, and that will happen when it happens. Now, as for livestock, the only thing I currently have in the tank is a couple turbo snails with coralline algae, just to kind of spread that stuff around on the rocks. That's kind of how I usually seed my tanks, or with snails that have that on there, and some macroalgae in the refugium. Now, I will be adding the snowflake eel Reggie once the lighting is done over the tank, at least the T5 lighting. That way it doesn't really mess up his whole sleep cycle and all that kind of stuff. But he will go in there before anybody else, and then once the other fish are out of quarantine, they will go into the 300. And then, of course, we'll order more fish and start the whole process over again with that. You guys should also be expecting the 30-gallon. We'll be adding coral. We are setting up the Apex, the MP10, the auto top-off. We're adding clownfish, other livestock. There's just a ton of stuff that's gone on with that tank. The growth is going well. Now, I haven't been able to even start the trite method because every site that I go to is sold out. Now, I usually buy most of my stuff through Bulk Reef Supply because I have an account with them, and it's a better price overall for me. So I'm just kind of waiting till that stuff comes in stock, and then I'll go ahead and purchase what I need when it happens. But for now, I'm just dosing about 30 milliliters of BRS 2-part daily just to keep up with the growth in that tank, and it's doing well so far. I haven't done a water change yet, and I probably should do that within the next couple weeks or so. Either way, that's about it, guys. There is a ton of other videos, but I don't feel like getting into them right now. I hope you guys enjoy this content. If you like this kind of stuff, go ahead and subscribe. There will be a ton of stuff coming out here in the near future, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.